99.1 FM.
Burby's 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.
Are you a Kaieteur newspaper advertiser? Well then, we have great news for you. Kaieteur Radio presents a 50% discount on all radio advertisements only for a limited time. To advertise, contact us on 225-8465 or 226-7455 or email us at kaieteurradioads@gmail.com. You can even visit our office at 24 Saffron Street, Charlestown, Georgetown. Kaieteur Radio, covering you from coast to coast.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
The time has now moved on to 19 hours in Guyana. Coming up next is your news in detail with me, Captain Smith. East Bank police have managed to make a major dent in an East Bank Demerara carjacking ring after 7 stolen cars were found completely dismantled in bushes along the Soos-Dyke-Linden Highway on Wednesday. Investigators were able to arrest 3 suspects, and after intense interrogation, one of them confessed. The suspect even implicated an ex-police officer as being the mastermind in a series of hijackings that took place recently, and disclosed more locations where the gang had hidden some of the stolen cars. The major breakthrough came after a green ice taxi driver was robbed of his new model Toyota Allion on Wednesday, that should be on Tuesday, at Dookie Road, Soos-Dyke. Ranks were able to locate a 26-year-old suspect at his home in Kurukuru, and after conducting a search, they found an illegal 9mm pistol along with some car lights and bumpers on his premises. After grilling him, he led them to 2 locations, St. Cuthbert's Mission and Long Creek, where police recovered 7 stolen cars. Following months of negotiations, Vice President Bharat Jagdeo has disclosed on several occasions that ESSO will be constructing a pipeline to transport 50 million cubic feet of gas per day in its first phase to shore from the Liza Phase 1 and 2 projects. The cost to build the pipeline would be handled by ESSO. However, the country would repay the limited liability company through oil over a period of 20 years. In light of such, former Minister of Finance Winston Jordan said any finalized agreement between the PPPC government and ESSO on the foregoing ought to be made public. Jordan said he finds it baffling that even with the project costs yet to be finalized, the Vice President is certain that the Gas to Energy initiative will slash electricity costs in half. And after much back and forth about the topical issue of oil spill insurance, the Bank of Guyana has commenced work with local insurance companies to create a consortium to accommodate in-house insurance for the massive oil and gas development project taking place in the offshore Stabroek Block, involving ExxonMobil and its partners, Hess Corporation and Sinnock. The information was confirmed by Bank Governor Dr. Gobind Ganga, who said that a meeting had been set between the two sides to discuss their approach to local content in this particular sector. He added that the companies had a proposal on how their services could be utilized in the oil and gas sector. And now let's tell you, with some $1 billion allocated this year to upgrade health facilities across all regions, the Ministry of Health is preparing to use part of the proceeds to renovate the patient ward at the Mibikuri Hospital and construct a new patient building at the Port Morant Hospital. The ministry's projects, which opened yesterday, are estimated to cost $28 million and $44 million respectively. Meanwhile, police are currently hunting 4 motorbike bandits who were caught on a dashboard camera of a vehicle invading and robbing a Chinese supermarket at Industry on the east coast of Demerara. Not only did they rob the supermarket, but the lookout man reportedly pulled a gun on a potential customer who drove up in a car in front of the supermarket. The bandit attempted to rob the customer also, but he reportedly took evasive action and sped off and crashed into a nearby fence. According to police, the armed robbery took place around 20 hours at the Wanley supermarket. And moving on, a Peruvian judge on Tuesday admitted a $4.5 billion oil spill lawsuit against Spanish oil giant Repsol over an underwater oil pipeline owned by the company that leaked approximately 12,000 barrels of crude into the Pacific Ocean, which is shared with Peru's western border. And to wrap things up this evening, let's tell you that some 250 families between NEWSCAST and Unity are one step closer to owning their own homes after being allocated lands at Hope on the east coast of Demerara. The allocation also forms part of the government's promise to allocate at least 50,000 house lots in this term in office, according to DPI. Residents were in high spirits when they met with Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell and a team at the Hope Secondary School. Minister Crowell stated that the government will ensure it fulfills its commitments to serve the people. He assured residents that each community's outstanding and old applications will be addressed. The government has allocated close to 4,750 house lots on the East Coast alone. And that brings us to the end of this evening's newscast. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening. Coming up at 19 hours 20 is The Glenn Lal Show.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.
It's Friday, August 26th. I'm GHK Lal on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Welcome to the National Outlook. From last Tuesday's Kaieteur News, new fire station, more vehicles to help government prepare for natural gas disasters, Minister Ben. New fire station, more vehicles to help government prepare for natural gas disasters. That's comforting. I think that if it really adds up, if it has substance to it, then we should all rest a little easier. I heard some good things about Minister Ben years ago from somebody I trust, a PPP person. And they said that Minister Ben, he had lived very at a certain standard as a minister. That even some stuff that shouldn't have been, he made sure that he had nothing to do with it. And I thought highly of this man then. But since then, I'm looking at what's happening